Cheers, my loves. I hope that all of you are doing really well. And in this video, I want to talk about the three women that live inside of her and the three men that live inside of you and how those are supposed to be complementary. So, the three women that live inside of her are the little girl, the grown up woman that desires and wants to be desired, and the mother. You probably, if you're watching this channel, all of you girls anyway, have watched a lot of videos about how you are not supposed to be a man's mother. You're supposed to be the mother of your children. You're supposed to be the mother of his children, but you're not supposed to mother him. Now, I would disagree with that. I would say you're not supposed to predominantly operate from the energy of the mother. Because if you're predominantly operating from the energy of the mother, then that inevitably speaks to your inability to predominantly operate from the energy of desire and the energy of playfulness and authenticity. Playfulness, authenticity, and vulnerability symbolizing the little girl that is inside of you. Desire symbolizing the woman that is inside of you. And the mother symbolizing the older caretaking figure, kind caretaking figure that lives inside of you. A man that is in his masculine energy is a man that in part has been responsible, that has been polarized into that energy by society. He has done the growing up. He has done the maturing. He has done the inner work. And he doesn't polarize himself in playfulness. He doesn't polarize himself in innocence, in that lack of responsibility, in that authenticity that is symbolized by the child. He has had a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. He has embraced the protector within himself. He has embraced the leader within himself, the person who guides, the person who contains within himself. And so, having grown up as a personality, as a being, he has had to let go of some of those childlike qualities. He has had to let go of some of that innocence, of some of that vulnerability, of some of that authenticity, of some of that playfulness. And that is actually in part why women who are healthy, women who are in their feminine energy, we don't feel attracted to purity. We don't feel attracted to innocence. We don't feel attracted to men who are younger than us or look like they're our age. Because on a certain level, we're looking for somebody, yes, who symbolizes an ability. We're looking for somebody who symbolizes dignity, but we're not looking for a boy. It is repulsive to us to be looking for a boy because there is no magnetism there is no polarity, there's no attraction, because a woman who is residing in her feminine energy is going to be residing predominantly in two energies, and one is a girl and the other one is a woman who desires, and only to a small extent will she be embodying the mother. So, in order for her to feel polarized or magnetized by the man, he needs to only to a small extent reside in the energy of the boy, to a much larger extent reside in the energy of desire, and also to a large extent reside in his fatherly energy. A woman shows that she's been the most feminine, the most caring, authentic, vulnerable, innocent, connected, loved, and therefore loving from that feeling of safety, of containment, of guidance, and of protection, when she has had a strong man by her side. When she has had a strong father, a strong grandfather, a strong brother, a strong uncle by her side, when she has a strong husband or a strong partner by her side, a woman can reside in her feminine energy. And that is so very attractive to men because it is a reflection of them being their very best. A man, on the other hand, when he has matured, when he has grown mentally, when he has grown emotionally, when he has shown that he can take on responsibility, when he has shown that he can care for somebody, that is when he starts to embody that more fatherly energy that is more attractive to women. I'm not saying that he needs to look like an older guy. It is about energy. You can find a younger man at the age of 22 who will embody his masculine energy, his spirit of leadership, his spirit of maturity, his spirit of dignity, much more than another man will at 59. It's not about age, it's about the way that you show up. And so, for an ideal polarization, while a lot of these teachers are teaching us don't be his mother, be like this, be like that, they're teaching men that we don't like men who are childlike, who are immature, who are selfish, who spend most of the day doing activities that are not productive, who prioritize validation, what women think, what other people think of them instead of their own leadership. Effectively, what they're saying is that it's not the right polarization. The right polarization is when the woman has 80% of her energy in the child and in the desire, and the man has 80% of his energy in the fatherly, mental, even kind of ego-driven figure, and in the desire, and only the other 20% in the child. That is when those two energies come together and they become ideal. They become perfectly complementary. The man receives what he is looking for. He receives greater control. He receives greater respect. He receives greater admiration. He is needed more. The woman also receives more of what she wants, more of what she needs. The woman receives more love. The woman receives more guidance. The woman receives more protection. And that is a very traditional kind of dynamic, if we go back to it, but that is a dynamic that works in the most ideal way. So long as the energy that we're embracing is a healthy masculine and not a dark masculine, and a healthy feminine and not a dark feminine, they can come together very nicely and polarize and complement each other very nicely. That is why also I'm making all of these videos where I'm telling guys, pursue her to show your value. Because that kind of position of, no, she needs to show me, I want to feel safe, I feel a little bit insecure, it shows a certain lack of maturity. It shows a certain lack of assurance, not of kind of entitlement, but of assurance. That is a sign of masculine energy. That is a sign of your ability to lead, of your ability to guide, of things that in the future she will be able to trust you with, respect you for, admire you for. An ideal relationship is a relationship where both aren't tugging at each other, trying to play the same part. Each party has it clear which part they're playing, and each party has a deep understanding of their part being necessary, wanted, and loved. All right, cheers, my loves. I wish you all a beautiful day. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to mention, but it's kind of a logical deduction from all of this, is that it's not so much that men like women who are a lot younger than them. I'm sure there's a lot of men who do, but there's also a lot of men who don't, because there's just too wide of a gap between the interests, between the life experiences, between the mental and the emotional development of the people. Men who are in their masculine like women who are in their feminine. And a woman who is in her feminine is more childlike. She is more authentic. She is more vulnerable. She is more playful. She is more innocent. That is what draws them in. Not so much the age, so long as the looks are there. All right, cheers, my loves. I wish you all a beautiful day. And I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.